Uh, okay, hi. Uh, I did tell myself that I wasn't going to smoke in front of you just because um, it isn't a good example of what I should be doing, but too late. Now I'm smoking, and I didn't realize it till I pushed the button, so I'm not going to get rid of a perfectly good cigarette. Um, so today I got a lot to do, and it's a pain in the ass when I have a lot to do because I have to make sure I have enough air in the tanks. I got enough tanks with me. I got enough, and I got to figure out my route so I'm not going to exhaust myself as possible. So I have to go to the bank, the post office. Then maybe I'll do good well. Of course, that's what I say now. And then I have to go to the shrink. I think I'm just going to tell her I don't want to be on any antipsychotics. Um, I think the lithium does okay with my bipolar, and uh, and I just can't allow the weight gain any further. Um, so now see what happens with this new thing they force the cigarette manufacturers to do, so that smokers don't burn up in their beds. By the way, that hardly ever happens. Is they make the cigarette go out real fast. So if you're not huffing and puffing on it, um, it goes out on you. So what, you want me to huff and puff more? I don't get it, but I never figured the government gave a shot anyway. A shot? A shit. Okay. So I got to go pay my mortgage. And it's beautiful, by the way, here in Colorado. It's gorgeous. There's just a cool breeze, and it's probably about 62, 63. And just absolutely gorgeous. Um, and the cats are sleeping again. And they were just walking around. And as soon as I turn this camera on, they go and disappear. Apparently, they don't. They want their anonymity complete. And if you haven't seen the video on YouTube of, oh, what's the cat's name? I don't know, but it's wrapped like a burrito is one of the things in the title of it. Oh my God, I laughed so hard I spit my coffee on my keyboard. Really. And it was very hard to get out. I mean, keyboards are a pain in the ass. You practically have to turn the system off to be able to clean it right. So do watch that one for one hell of a laugh. That's if you like cats, you know cats. It just makes so much sense. But it's very, very funny. In the beginning, there's a black cat dreaming about, oh, wasn't it funny when the other one went to a vet? Anyway, my cats act like that. I never thought to put words to it, but maybe the next time I take my cat to the vet, I'll take my camera and get a laugh. Anyway, so I seem to always breathe better when I'm smoking. I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's because it's what my body's used to. You know, I don't know. I have an aunt that quit smoking for a year, and in that year developed asthma and had to be put on an inhaler. And after a year, she said, forget this, I'm going to smoke again. And as soon as she started smoking again, she didn't need the inhaler anymore. So I'm not saying that's normal or natural. I'm just saying, you know, I'm a smoker. Anyway, I would tell more of my paranormal stories I used to live in Leadville, Colorado. It's a mountain town in between it's in between Breckenridge and Vail or something like that. And that was a really nasty house. We used to, you know, it was an old house. It was an old house, like built in the 1800s. And we used to have the grates in the ceiling. Am I hanging something? Yeah, there you go. The grates in the ceiling. We used to hear voices coming through it. And they were usually kids' voices. And one that, I mean, sticks in my mind because even thinking about it, the chills go up my spine, was all the kids went out with, and my son went out with the couple who lived there, and we were living with them there. And all of us, I was in the bathroom, and it was upstairs, and I was reading a magazine, sitting on the toilet, and I know it's TMI, but all of a sudden I heard a whisper from a little girl in between the door jamb saying, "Mommy?" And I said, "No, honey, it's Deb. Your mommy must be downstairs. I'll be done in a minute." And then again, "Mommy?" And I said, "Boogie," because that was her nickname. "Boogie, honey, no. It's not your mommy. It's Deb. I'll be right out." And then I heard again, "Mommy." And I mean, it's very clear, you know, the way someone talks to you in between the door jamb. And stupid cigarette. So anyway, I get my business done. And I get up and I open the door. There's dead silence. There's silence everywhere. There's nobody in the house. I looked everywhere. There was nobody in the house. And I forgot that I had bolt locked the front door so that I would know when they were coming, and you know, nobody could get into the house with me alone. But no, it was kind of a wild town in the 70s. And it was still bolt locked. So that was a really interesting experience. It was very real, very clear. And you know, most of my experiences have been during the daytime. And I don't understand how they always want to do ghost hunts at night or in the dark, except to hide things from you. You know, move a chair, move a whatever. And that's the only reason I can think to have a ghost hunt in the dark, is to scare someone by manipulating them into thinking, you know, there's something there. I think that many more people see apparitions in the daytime than in the nighttime. Bangs are harder to identify because there's a lot more activity outside, and so you can pass it off. So I always did my ghost hunting in the day. And in that case, I wouldn't get scared as much either. So I could be more objective and focus on what I was trying to do rather than the creepy crawlies going up my skin. Okay, that's what you thought. So that's what I think about that. And one thing I like about the Ghost Adventurers program is that their first part is during the day. So they do their first part during the day. But then, of course, they could go to the night. And You know, you can't say too much for our imaginations. And what we see out of the side of our eyes, and, you know, that kind of shit. Um, you can't say too much for that, because that, I think that creates um, a lot more false readings. K2 meter. Who the fuck came up with that? Uh, you know, K2 meter. I saw a couple of videos on YouTube where the guys, their subscribers figured out how they did it with those flashlights, the ghost hunters. How they did it with the flashlights when they wanted it on and off. There's a couple of YouTube videos out there that you should look at that if you're interested. And really, the one shared that they were in that lighthouse in the naval station on that kind of rock island years and years ago. You can see the string. So that really makes me sad. I mean, although I understand the Sci-Fi Channel probably says, you know what, you better come up with something or we're going to lose viewers here. Which is true, I understand that. But then, you know, be a little more honest with it. You can scare people just as well as saying you're going to scare them on purpose and then come up with something that scare them. I mean, that's why scary movies work. Which, by the way, I love scary movies. I love zombies, and I love viral plague movies. I'm a very upbeat person, you see. Anyway, okay, I guess I'm done. So you guys have a great day, and talk to you soon.